Hello and welcome to today's stretch routine. It's a full body stretch, as you can tell by the title, and it'll be pretty similar to other ones that I've done with a few different movements incorporated, and we'll start it out a little bit different than I have in the past. Please make sure that you have warmed up before starting this stretch. I have a couple different warm-ups that you can follow that I'll link down below in the description bar, or if you've just finished a dance class or a workout, this is a perfect time to do a nice stretch session. So let's go ahead and get started. I actually want you to start standing up. What we're gonna do is just take a head roll all the way down to the floor and then all the way back up. Just follow along. We'll do that a couple times, but I want you to go nice and slowly, thinking about going from the top of the crown of your head down into every vertebrae of your spine, down to the floor, and then the same thing on the way up, but reverse. So going through every little piece of your spine to standing. Okay, so go ahead and start by rolling down. Take your time. And get down to the bottom. Once you're here, you can take a small bend in your knees and then roll all the way back up slowly. Make sure that you're breathing. Let's do it again. So go down. Take a little bend of the knees at the bottom. Then push straight back up. Roll up through that spine. And let's do it one more time. Roll down. Now stay down here at the bottom. Just let your head hang down. Take a deep breath in. Actually take a deep breath in. Don't just listen to me say that and not do it, because I know I do that sometimes. And then exhale. It's very important that you're taking deep breaths as you stretch. One more time, deep breath in. And release. Now I want you to walk your hands out so you're standing in a downward dog. So you can also widen your stance a tiny bit and just find a comfortable position for you. You want to press out of those hands away from the floor. Hips are sending up high into the sky. Your heels are reaching down toward the floor. And from here you can go ahead and start pedaling out your feet. So bending the right foot, bending the left foot, just alternating, bending one leg and the other as fast or as slow as you'd like. Then I want you to walk your hands all the way back up. And stay down here in this, I don't know what this is. You're just hanging down. Stay here for a second. Now our feet are not completely together. They're a little bit apart, right? Stay here for another few breaths. Okay, let's go back out to that downward dog. I like doing this because it also starts to kind of warm up your shoulders. And this feels good on your calves. I know, like if you're a dancer watching this, following along, we tend to get very tight calves because of all the releves and eleves that we do. So from here, let's go ahead and push forward into a plank and then just slowly lower yourself down however you need to. My floor is very creaky. Let me scoot back a tiny bit so you guys can see me. I'm just pressing up, stretching out that back and chest a little bit. Head is nice and long. Head is long? No, your neck is long. It's the end of the day, you guys. It's been a long day for me. It's a Monday. I've been working all day, so my words might get tripped up. Keep on pressing up and out. Think about lifting through the crown of your head, pressing those legs down into the floor. And now we're gonna do the reverse. So we're gonna push back into our child's pose. Just a nice, fun one.
You know they're out there, don't you?
Just keep holding here. Okay, take one more deep breath in. And as you breathe out, let's come up to our hands and knees. Making sure that your hands are right under your shoulders. Your hips are right over your knees. Go ahead and just kind of like rock your hips side to side. You might feel silly. Just kind of like opening up your spine. You can go another direction if you want. You can do like little, what are these called? Circles? They're not circles. I can't think of the word right now, you guys. This is bad. Like the little infinity symbol. I'm gonna think of it later as I'm editing and laugh at myself.
Wait a minute.
Okay, now I want you to do some cat-cows. So you're gonna let your head reach up toward the sky and let that spine arch. And then as you take another breath, you're gonna do the opposite. So the top of my spine is going upward,
You know
and like
they're
a
out there,
cat. Or is this one the cow? Which one's cow and which one's cow? I don't know. So a lot of you guys comment things relating to yoga. And actually, like, I don't really do yoga. I mean, I do sometimes, but I'm not like certified, or I don't know a lot of the terminology. So if I say things wrong, that is why. Just keep alternating between these two for a second. Okay, let's start to kick things into gear now that we've got our backs and hips a little bit more mobile. We're gonna take 1 foot forward into a lunge. So I want you to take 1 foot forward, straighten it up in the back. Now here I want you to put both hands up on your knee. This will test your coordination a little bit. Make sure you're making a nice little right angle here with the front leg. Back leg is nice and straight. And then I like to squeeze my booty muscles and squeeze my abs, because then I feel it more in my hip. Let's hold here for just another second. Let's bring our arms up towards the sky. And now let's twist open. This is a warrior two, right? So my back heel and foot are like parallel to the wall or to my mat if I had one. Front leg stays exactly the same, and I'm reaching forward. I'm gonna put my front arm down, or my elbow down, and then reach nice and long. All right, back up. Let's transition back down to a runner's lunge. And then drop that back knee. Put your hands back up on the front one. We're getting deep into that hip. Just like before, I'm gonna squeeze my booty muscles. Try and deepen the stretch. from here, I'm gonna sit back just a little bit and straighten my front leg. I haven't sat all the way back. I'm still kind of upward. And I personally prefer to keep a flat back here rather than curving over and rounding my spine, because you'll get a much better stretch this way. So try and pull yourself closer to your leg, but keep that back flat. Let's go ahead and flex the front foot. Okay, now we're gonna sit all the way back onto that leg. Let's flex the front foot. Couple more breaths here. All right, let's come back up to our runner's lunge. And we're actually just gonna switch over to the other, the runner's lunge. So the way I'm gonna do it is push my current foot that's front to the back into a plank and switch it over. But you can get there however you wish. And then just as before, hands are coming up to my front knee. All right, let's bring those hands up towards the sky. I got my COVID vaccine yesterday, so my arm is a little sore. Actually, it wasn't yesterday, it was 2 days ago, but still, it's hurting. All right, let's twist open. Reach nice and long over those front fingertips. So even in this position, if you squeeze the booty muscles, you'll feel it a little more in your hip. And that's one thing about stretching, is sometimes if you don't feel something, you might need to engage a different muscle group to increase the stretch. And a lot of times when we're dealing with our hips, it's engaging our core or our glutes. Okay, let's put our front elbow down. Reach over long. Okay, back to runner's lunge. And then drop that back leg down, back knee down, and sit back halfway. Flat back over. All right, let's flex the front foot. Okay, let's sit all the way back. flex the front foot. Okay, let's slowly bring it back up to our runner's lunge. And then let's go ahead and just take a seat down on the floor. Readjust yourself a little bit. Let's bring our legs out to a straddle. Okay. Let's reach side to side. Pick one side and stretch over. And now on that same side, flip and go nose to knee. Make sure that you keep both hips on the floor here. Don't lift up the opposite hip. Both legs straight, feet pointed. And then let's reach toward the inside of our leg now, so at a diagonal. Try and get yourself a little further down. Okay, let's reach all the way around and up. And we're gonna repeat to the other side. So reach over long. And flip, go nose to knee. Okay, let's reach toward the inside of our leg. Okay, reach around and up. And now let's move to the center. So walk your hands forward. Reaching as far forward as you can without turning the legs in. Okay, come back up. Let's bring those legs in. And just rock your hips side to side for a second. Kind of let them loosen up. All right, pick one leg to extend out into a jazz split. So my front leg is straight, my back leg is in an attitude. And I'm gonna reach forward. let's come up and let's reach back behind us. This will stretch out the front of your hip. So you have options here. You could go back and try and get down to your elbows, or you could lay all the way back down on your arms. I don't have space for that, and I feel a good enough stretch doing this, so I'm gonna stay here. Okay, let's come up and switch sides, so jaw split the other way. And reach forward. All right, let's reach back. Okay, let's come back up. Okay, come all the way back up. Let's lay back onto our backs. Do a little bit of hamstring stretching. So bring in one leg and just straighten it up. At this point, you should pull it to a point where it's a little bit uncomfortable, but it's not like horribly painful and your leg's not like shaking or anything. And I just want you to take a deep breath here. Breathe in. And breathe out and try and pull it a little bit closer to you. We're gonna hold here again for a couple of breaths. Making sure that the leg that's on the floor right now is nice and straight and long, and the hip is on the floor. One more deep breath in and out. Let's pull it in just a little bit closer. This time I want you to challenge yourself a little bit. See how close you can pull it. Making sure you still keep the leg nice and straight, even though you're pulling it closer. And let's go ahead and release. Repeat on the other side. Bring in one leg, straighten it up. Bring that leg in just a little bit closer now. And take a few deep breaths. And one more time, bring that leg in closer. Okay, go ahead and release that leg. Let's come back up and let's go into our splits now. So if you don't have your splits all the way, just hold your body up and keep the legs straight. But if you do, of course, get into them. Do what you want to do. If you want to reach forward, go ahead and do so. You can also reach up and back if you'd like. Hold a couple more breaths and then we'll switch sides. Okay, relax. Other side. A few more seconds here. And release. All right, my lovely friends. Hope you enjoyed this stretch. It wasn't super long and super deep, but it was a good full body stretch. I think enough for what most of you need, and feel free to stretch whatever else you need now. I have a couple other stretch routines with specific things like back flexibility, legs, hamstrings, all of those things. So if you want to add something onto this, go ahead and check out my other videos, but I hope to have you back for my next one. Bye.